Well, let's try this again, see if it works. Okay, it's been a minute or two since I recorded me. That's my coffee maker in the background. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. Yeah, now it's level. I've got a little leveling thingy on there that tells me when it's level and when it's not. This will be my Be Kind channel, and then I'll film a separate one for my vlog. Let me back up a little bit. Yesterday, I was ill. I don't mean a little bit ill. Now, you hear me say that a lot, but you got to understand, I've got a lot of health problems. Many of them, but not most of them, many of them are due to my own stupidity. However, yesterday wasn't part of my being stupid. It was, just to be blunt about it, just old age, basically. I had to run errands in the morning. My son Benjamin and I ran errands, saw my youngest son Chris. As many of you know, this left shoulder's really messed up. My left shoulder blade is really messed up. I've got to take my son Brandon over to the hospital in Ada, to the clinics there, Thursday, and when I do, it'll be one of those things where he will be checking in on his stuff, and while he's in there, I've got to walk in and do blood tests, and then I'm going to try to get a hold of my doctor's office and set something up for me, because I looked and found out my next appointment is the 23rd of October. I cannot go that long without having her look at some things. Anyway, getting to the main subject, and there is my phone. Just a second. Yeah. 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 Let me call you back. I'm in the middle of something. Call him. You've got his number, and explain it to him. Those wheels got stolen. They're no longer there. So, okay, he's going to have to put wood down to get it level. I've told him that already. Call him back, please. I'm really busy. And okay, bye. Family stuff. I still have my train of thought going, actually. The thing is, I'm old. There's no getting around that. I'm washed out. Linda said yesterday I was more pale than I am today, and I'm pretty pale today. I had pain issues, and it turned into a migraine, a mild migraine in the afternoon, a severe migraine last night. And last night I went to bed and did something I've not done in a long time. When I pray, I don't pray for me. We're instructed to, I just don't. I'm so thankful just to be alive that I pray for everybody else. And I changed my mind on something due to a time constraint. I'll launch this video on my other channel too. But I've had time to reflect on a lot of things that are going on worldwide right now. I watch a channel with a guy named Buddy Brown. He's a country musician is what he is. He's very successful at it. He's made a few $1 million and did so off of touring, but he did it off of social media, basically off of YouTube. Helped him become a millionaire. He owns a ranch. He owns a house in town in Mississippi. And he gave some advice today. He talks about spirits in the debate coming up Thursday night. Now, I don't watch presidential debates. I think they're a waste of time. I did vote the other day, and I'll vote more. But why do I say they're a waste of time? They really, these guys prior to an election put out there for everybody what their platform is. And Trump didn't participate in the primary election debates. He just said, I'm not going to, and that was smart on his part. Now he's a quote-unquote convicted felon. Well, I don't know if this gets stricken or not, but that whole thing was a sham. It was designed to remove Trump from the ballot. It really was. And there are those that will say, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Actually, I really do know what I'm talking about. I've been around this old ballpark a long time. Do I like Trump as a human being? No. He's done a lot. I'm probably going to lose some channel subscribers over this. He's done a lot for people that nobody knew about. Is he racist? I don't know. He evidently has a lot of black supporters, a lot of black friends, Hispanic supporters, some Hispanic friends. I'm not sure if that's put on or not, but I do know this. Joe Biden is the worst president we've ever had in this nation, period. The worst. And I said I wouldn't get involved in politics, and this is one of the few times that I will. The reason I'm bringing it up, you need to make your mind up. And the best way to do that is do some actual research. If you're watching this, that means you've got access to the internet, whether it's your phone or whatever. And ask questions on Yahoo, on Bing, on Google, wherever. On that computer over there, I've got 5 different operating systems on it. Sounds funny, but it's a large computer as far as physically, but it's a massive computer as far as capabilities. And I've got Firefox, I've got Opera, I've got MSN, I've got all kinds of operating systems, or different providers, I should say, and I have operating systems that an average person doesn't have. I have to have that because I use that computer to make money. But my point being, there are a lot of ways to find out stuff. This is the information age. It was mentioned in the Bible in the last days. Read the Bible and find out. It was mentioned in the Old and New Testament these days were. So the best thing you can do is read the Bible and find out what I'm telling you. Isaiah is a good book in the Old Testament to learn some things, and Daniel is a good book in the Old Testament. Right now, I shifted from Genesis to 1 Samuel for my family for nightly scripture study, due in large part to my best friend Jerry Pletcher having us study. We're in 2 Samuel, we're in 1 Samuel here in the family. But the point I'm making is this: you can sit and moan and wring your hands and complain, but people who do not vote have no right to complain, and people who let me back way up. I've seen friendships destroyed by politics. I've seen families divided due to politics. I've actually seen physical violence based on politics. And when I was a young police officer, decades ago, I actually had to arrest people due to political disruption, people screaming and beating each other up in Oklahoma City over something they didn't like politically. And invariably, one of the things that takes place is guys will go to a bar and they'll end up getting a little snockered. And in Oklahoma, it's illegal to be intoxicated in public, whether you're in a bar, in a car, out in public, whatever. But people ignore that, and they go to a bar and they'll drink basically a 12-pack and be stumbling out of it. But there was one particular bar on the northeast side of Oklahoma City that our department, our unit, got sent to regularly due to violence. It was happening all the time there. And one particularly bad occasion, it was over politics. And I don't even remember who the candidates are. But guys were just wrecking that bar, pounding each other. And about 20 of us, 20 squad cars, and about 40 officers showed up. We'd done that a few times. The reason for that is on a couple of occasions we got called there and shots were fired prior to our showing up. One thing that calmed a lot of that down then is we had 2 canine officers that would bring their dogs, and that will disperse a fight faster than anything you ever seen in your life. That big old Bellanoise gets out and goes after somebody, they know it. And had one city councilman up there ask me to come to a city council meeting and demand that the police department put a muzzle on those dogs when they brought them on scene. They had no business biting anybody. Folks, that is the whole purpose of a canine unit, is to resolve a violent situation quickly. Now, I'm not talking about drug dogs. I'm talking about takedown dogs. And Oklahoma City PD has quite a few of them now, of both. And some dogs are so highly trained that they can sniff drugs out and be a takedown dog, and they've got a few of those. Well, on Facebook a while ago, on Murray County Happenings, there was someone posted about Watson Road and Oak Creek Road. They couldn't get in there. The Highway Patrol had it blocked off. A lot of things go on that folks do not know about, and a lot of those things are due to illegal aliens. I refuse to call them illegal immigrants or call them immigrants. If they want to come into this country, do it the right way, you know. And the thing is, it's not being done the right way. Now, when I said Joe Biden was the worst president we've ever had, I mean that, and I stick to it. And there have been a lot of bad presidents. It's not due to anything. It's not due to corruption. It's not due to anything else other than his mental faculties are gone. It's ineptness on his part. There are those demanding that a drug test be done on both candidates before the Thursday night debate and after the Thursday night debate. And I'm not sure that's not a bad idea. There are drugs you can inject someone with that will increase their mental sharpness, and it lasts for about 3-4 hours, and then it's gone. It goes through the system. And I highly suspect our illustrious president has been having that done for him and to him. It's going to be real interesting to see if YouTube allows this video to be published. I'm a little doubtful. I'll just have to wait and see. Now, that's pretty much all I've got to say today. I had intended, I'm not dressed to go anywhere. I've got my keys in my pocket simply because key to the Impala, key to my van, and then the rest of them are house and lock keys. Oh yeah. And key to handcuffs in case I ever get arrested and they don't take my keys out of my pocket. That's a joke. Now, what I would like for you to do today, for you, take your right hand all the way around to the left shoulder, left hand all the way around to the right side and squeeze, and give yourself a hug, and also remind yourself that is a hug from Tucklow. Now, I got to get off of here. Know that I love all of you with everything I've got to love you with. I really do. God bless you, and I hope your day is exceptionally well. Goodbye.